Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a very cold Moscow. Even though there's no snow on the ground, today is minus 15 Celsius. So what's the best thing to do? Go to a shopping centre. Let's go and check it out. I've just walked out of Botanica metro station. It's quite a contrast to see the station in front of us here, and then this brand new shopping centre that's just opened literally in the last day or two. And this is the place we want to go to. It's called Botanica Shopping Mall. It's actually quite a big building, and then they've actually built a office tower right there in the background. You can see that, and they've also got a hotel that's been here a little bit longer than the shopping centre. It's a very beautiful part of Moscow. This is in the northeast of Moscow. There is quite a few parks and walking areas. It's very close to Vilgelma, which is a very well-known place where a lot of people visit if you come to Russia or come to Moscow. I'm gonna have to leave walking around this park for another day because it is so cold today. It's called Garden of the Future. There's not too many people walking there today. I think everyone's probably at work and probably at school. It's probably a little bit hard to see from here, but you can see Ostankina television tower just behind the trees there, and then also the Sun of Moscow, which is, I believe, one of the largest Ferris wheels in the Northern Hemisphere. This is what we've come to see, a brand new shopping mall. I'm curious what's here and what they've opened, and we're going to discover it together. Walking on inside, the initial entrance has quite an interesting layout because it's a split level shopping center, and there's a lower ground floor, and then the first floor is up this very short set of escalators, which we'll go up in just a second. Now, this shopping center is currently having a soft opening, so they don't really announce that it's open. They just open the doors. All the businesses that are ready can start trading, and that's it. Simple as that. This is a mixture of restaurants, cafes, traditional retail shops, and different services. There is actually a well-known restaurant right here in this lower level, and they've got these in most shopping centers throughout Russia. There is actually a pharmacy here in the entrance too. It looks very fancy. Most Russian pharmacies are very classic Russian looking and very Soviet designed. However, this place has got very bright lights and very nice clear glass windows. There's even a nice comfy seated area right there. They've got some chocolates out for you. And then it's actually combined with a opticians as well. Very nice. What I think we'll do is we'll go downstairs first and have a look what's on this lower ground floor. Now, because this is under a soft opening, not all of the businesses are trading yet, so it will look a little bit empty in some places, and then it'll look a little bit normal in others. Now, generally on the lower ground floor, there's a lot of services. So there is a full-line supermarket here. On the left is a pet shop. Now, this place is actually connected to the business tower as well. And now that everything is open, people can obviously walk between them. So we'll walk through basically the shopping center at normal speed. Full pet shop. They don't actually have live animals, it's just all of the food and accessories in these places. And these are a franchise that are in a lot of the bigger shopping centers throughout Russia. And then there is Madame Coco. And this is a homeware store. Got some bed sheets, some new plates, already 60% off. Always the big draw card. Not sure how comfy these are, but I think the whole Botanica theme is what you come across when you walk through this place, and just the overall look. So this is their supermarket. It's called Krostok. Now I will actually do a separate video on the channel about this store because it's the newest supermarket in Russia. You can see the balloons. It's just opened. I think some of the bosses and staff and people from the shopping center are here. I think there's all sorts of people as I've been walking around. Very nice supermarket as well. And lots of people just looking at everything, which is quite interesting. They do actually have an Ilonka store here. This is a very famous Russian brand of chocolates. Actually, they've even got the history up on the wall there, dating back to 1804. They had this chocolate brand, and probably this baby on the packaging. If anyone's ever received chocolates from somebody from Russia, no doubt they'd have bought this brand for sure. They've actually got quite a lot of other stuff in here. They've got these mostly in the center of Moscow. They don't tend to have them in shopping centers because a lot of locals won't use something like this. There is a key cutting place. I think perhaps they do shoe repairs and different things as well, which is very nice. And then there is a ladies' accessory shop. I don't know the name of this store. Don't recognize it anyway, but it has perfume. There's no one in the shop because everyone's at work. It's Monday afternoon, so the shops are absolutely beautiful looking. Just need some shoppers. And the thing is, the official opening for this place is not for another 4 weeks from now. And until then, it won't be very publicly known that this place is open. Now, this has got a very interesting name. If anyone can tell me what the reference is to the name of this store. Let's see if somebody gets it correct in the comments. This is like a gift store. We have one of these in our local shopping center, and it's got everything but I would say for gifting, and everything that you don't need for yourself, but it's a great idea to give away to somebody else. And they change around these shops all the time, so if you go to a different one, they all look different. And you can absolutely find a gift for somebody in these sorts of shops. It says on the wall there, just for fun, designed with love. That makes complete sense. What we'll do from here is we'll walk through this lower level here. So quite a lot of shops still to open. Most of them have the doors on them and then the latches. So generally that means there's somebody in there doing some kind of work. There is a phone provider here, so you can get a SIM card or buy a new phone or get a new plan. And then this would be the entrance, or the lower entrance to the business center, which hasn't got the opening right there. I think a lot of stuff, because of the fact this isn't fully open, isn't set up yet. And there is actually a travel agency here, which is super interesting. Not too sure how many people would find this place. A lot of people do their travel bookings online in Russia, and these just aren't a thing anymore. But this is a well-known brand of travel agencies. From here you can really feel how big the shopping center is, and all of this is on this lower ground floor. Once these businesses all fill out these spaces, and I would say downstairs here will be mostly service related businesses, not so much traditional clothes and shoes and things like that. And then we can head on upstairs to the upper level. Actually it tells you which direction the supermarket is, and then a couple of the shops. One thing that's really interesting is there's a terms of use of the escalator, and it's in Russian, English and Chinese. Not too sure I need to read that. If I will, it'll be about 20 minutes before I get on the escalator. Is there such a thing as terms of use? I think you get on it, hold on to the handrail, and go upstairs. Has anyone seen that before? Are they hidden in other shopping centres? Maybe it's just a Russia thing and I didn't realise it. As we come on up to this, I guess we call it almost a street level or upper level. There is the opposite entrance over there, which is close by where the hotel is, and then the business centre. And then there is a couple of things here. So there is a clothing store, which is really quite large. I think this is a Russian brand, if I'm not mistaken. And this is quite interesting because the supermarket had a cafe, and then it turns out that the clothing store has a cafe attached as well. And this might be a bit of a trending thing, because I want to show you one more when we get on the upper level. Very nice shopping mall though, the look of it. Of course, these are modern designs, so they're all about the architectural lines and the curves and things like that. You know, they like to build multi-level shopping centers in Russia. That's very normal. And then we come to this main atrium area here, and just how much light this lets in. Now, it is a fairly normal kind of day in Moscow today. Jewelry shop pretty much opens in every shopping mall. When you find a new shopping center, these brands open very quickly. It's another ladies' clothing store. Is there men's stuff in there? There must be men's stuff, unless it's just ladies. So it looks like across the way there they're going to open another jewelry shop, which is the competing brand to the previous one. So there is a few people around, considering this is just open. And I wonder, most people probably are locals who are curious and realize that the place has opened. So this is one of the main perfume and cosmetic shops in Russia. There is thousands of these locations. Pretty much any shopping center has one, no matter big or small. So classic perfumes, cosmetics, skincare, things like even shampoos and all that sort of stuff as well. Very nice looking store also. Now, my point is not to show you shops that have no people in them. The idea is to give you an idea of what a brand new Russian shopping center looks like and how it feels, and you know, the look of the place. I mean, this was probably being built for the last 2 years, and then I walk in and make a video and have it as the first one on YouTube and social media. Very big shoe shop here. Has quite a lot of other accessories as well. Not too sure about the lady with the lampshade on her head. However, I guess that's fashion and I just miss it completely. And then over here, La Occitan, which says that they left Russia and they changed the spelling to Russian Cyrillic, and it's still trading and still open, and it's exactly the same. The actual build of the shop is no different. I mean, the fact that these sorts of stores left Russia 2 years ago, and this opened a day and a half ago, just gives you an idea of what's possible in Russia. I really hope you're enjoying this video. I'm going to go on another escalator, but I'm not reading the terms of service. There will almost be a point I'll have to sign something when I ride the escalator. I've never noticed those signs before, so if anybody knows about them, do they have them in other countries? I guess it's a precaution in case I forgot to do something when I rode the escalator coming upstairs here. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the video. I know it might be a little bit long, but these are the type of video I make, showing you everyday normal life here in Russia. So I think this is the idea about the Botanica and the trees and palms and plants. There's a kids clothing store right there with the new collection in the window. I wouldn't be so happy, I don't think, opening and then knowing that nobody knows about the place and it won't be officially opened and the ribbon cut 4 weeks from now. But I think that's just something that's always done here in Russia. I don't think in Australia they do this, where they open it weeks earlier and then do the real opening, you know, so much further down the track. Another children's store. So yeah, it's a very nice shopping centre. The feel of it as you walk around, you know, it's very spacious, very light. This is a children's department store or supermarket. It's called Children's World. And it's really the size of a supermarket, and it's got children's clothes, children's toys, everything absolutely possible. They also do online pickup here as well, so if you shop online, and because it's a school day, there's nobody in there, and that's expected. I'm sure in the comments people will still make note of that, and there's not much I can really do unless I come here at 7 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon or evening. Man, that glass roof looks so cool from here. I also like too this railing. They've not gone just with the traditional glass, because you'd have to spend hours and hours cleaning it. So they've got this like mesh for the railings. There's a multi-brand outdoor shop. Quite a lot of different brands of shoes, clothes, mostly hiking related and adventure related. The one brand I did recognize coming in here is they've got Harley Davidson footwear. Now, if anyone can tell me if this is a thing around the world, I've actually made a video going to a motorbike dealership in Russia, and I went searching for Harley Davidsons, but I never knew that there was Harley Davidson shoes. Coming up to the third level here, so this is where the main food court will be on the left-hand side, and then there'll be more businesses over here. It looks like maybe a Chinese restaurant. Is it hibachi? Maybe that's Japanese. Is going to open there at some point. And here you can get a real good sense of the space and feel. And then the food court area, which has got a few of the businesses almost finished. Otherwise, it's got seating up here for thousands. It's really very, very spacious. And the amount of tables and chairs, I think once all of the businesses fully open, the food court will do very well. There is a seafood cafe here, which has got plenty of people in here. Sushi, soup, fish, very nice. And then they have open kitchen concept. Fish, sushi, so all the cooking is done in open kitchens, which is really nice. Perhaps you don't want to see it, but that's just a thing to show what the next one will be. The door's open, and then over here in the corner is M-Video, which is one of Russia's most well-known electrical goods store, and it has appliances, TVs, fridges. If you want to see a video about this, I will, I think, maybe do a walk around of this on another video, so it might be interesting for everyone to see what a brand new electrical store looks like here in Russia in 2025. The size of this food court or eat market once it opens, will be really very big. There is a ton of tables and chairs and sofas and seating, and I think probably at least 30 or more different cafes will open over there once they're all up and trading. And looking at the layout and the format of these places, I don't think there'll be any traditional fast food places, so particularly all of the American KFC or Burger King places. A lot of them will be cafe style, and maybe things like Vietnamese food, Chinese food, Thai food, and some of the different CIS countries that would have restaurants as well. And going away from that fast food sort of branding in this type of a shopping mall, I think I'll just be nosy for a minute or two and have a look. This middle part here looks like it'll be a bar or some kind of a drinks cafe perhaps, I wonder. The one thing too, these huge glass windows that overlook this park area outside, they're never-ending tables and chairs. And of course not right now in winter, but in summertime they'll open the balcony right there, so you can sit out as well. Very nice spot. So there is also some signage already. Kitchen garden. So some of them are in preparation. They do things very quickly in Russia. So you can come one day and it's like torn apart, and you come 2 days later and they're up and trading. And they do work incredibly quick setting up these sorts of places. It doesn't take a whole lot, and especially where they know the layout and the format of the store ahead of time when they're building the shopping mall. So yeah, I think this will be a very nice food court. It looks like they're going to open a fitness center here as well. Actually, next door is a supplements shop. I'm not sure how popular these are in Russia. I think a lot of people shop online for things like that. But the fitness center, I think once this is open, will attract lots of people. This is becoming a bit of a thing in all the shopping centers for them to do fitness centers and a lot of non-traditional retail businesses. More tables and chairs over here as we look on over and back downstairs. This is really the money shot of the shopping center, I think, right here. I just love coming to these big shopping centers and then having these big sweeping panoramic camera angles, and just to give you the idea of space and size. And the fact that I was literally at a shopping center opening in Moscow 10 days ago, and then this has opened now as now the newest shopping mall in Russia. I thought I'd briefly show you one of the kids' play centers. And this is somewhere where you can drop your kids off, or you can actually come in, and there's a cafe here. And these are very popular, and they're in pretty much most major shopping centers, particularly the larger shopping centers. And this is really interesting. Drop your coats off. Not sure. The hairdryer, maybe if you need to fix your hair before you get dressed. There's a photo zone here, so where you've had photos taken for the kids, you can pick them up. And then this is where it gets really interesting, because the main hall here is a cafe, and it's designed around kids. However, there's quite a lot of adults in here because the food court on the upper level isn't fully open yet. So it's really super interesting. And then when the kids come and do the supervised playing, they've actually got a mini kitchen here where they'll have people help them or teach them how to cook things. So the kids think they come into a play center, but they're really coming and learning something at the same time. Have a look at the view out the window. You can see the metro station right there and the trees. And then this is part of the play center here. So basically the parents let the kids run around. They don't have to be here. Most of them will actually end up going shopping or go for a walk somewhere. And then some of the parents with younger kids come in there as well. And then there is a huge jungle gym in the back. Kids are going to take their shoes off right there. And then in the back, there's this huge play area. This massive place. It's 2 levels. And this is where the kids can come. So it's either fully supervised or you can come and sit here. And actually, when you leave your kids here, the staff are generally very teacher-like with the kids to make sure that they do the right thing. They've got good manners. But how nice is this? This kids getting picked up, looks like by their parents. So yeah, super interesting, I think. Do you have play centers like this in your shopping centers somewhere else in the world? Let me know in the comments. As I slowly make my way out of the shopping center at the door that we came in through, because we went on the lower level, we didn't see this part. There's a few other shops open. Some lingerie shops, more jewelry shops right here. There's one over here with a very big map of the world on it, perhaps because of all the different types of jewelry and where it comes from. Yeah, very quiet, but this is expected in the middle of the day. It looks like, not too sure, Taiwanese, is it bubble tea maybe that they're going to open here? And there is actually a Georgian restaurant on the right hand side. The actual seating's above that main entrance as well. This is a very well known chain of restaurants in Russia. So a lot of people who are walking in here are coming to these cafes because they know the names already, they know the menus, they know the brands. And that's why you see people already sitting at their restaurants. So as I head on out of Botanica, and hat on, gloves on, because it's not got any warmer, I don't think, outside. I think this is one of the coldest days of the last 2 or 3 weeks here in Moscow. And blue skies aren't helpful. It just makes it even more colder. Ideally, 0 degrees and snowing, and we'd all be smiling. But once it gets down to minus 15 or minus 17, it's not as enjoyable, especially if you're spending a few hours outside. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and coming to see a brand new shopping center in Russia. I know I only put one on the channel 10 days ago when I went to the last one, but they open all the time here and I enjoy coming to see them, going to see new shops, and I will have a video of the supermarket, I think, and the electronics store on the channel. So whether you're watching that before or after this, you can check them out as well. The electronics shop might be interesting just to see what brands are available and what you can buy right now in 2025 here in Russia. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Got the glove thumb up today. No open hands because of how cold it is. And let me know in the comments what you think of the brand new mall. How similar is it to where you live? You know, how similar is the different shops and retail businesses compared to other countries? And people so friendly. Yeah. If you want to follow my Telegram, click this link. I post lots of stuff all the time, every day. And you can chat to me there as well. If you want to watch an old video, click this link. I'll put something very random there for you to watch. Something you probably haven't seen before. Okay, everybody. I'm off on another adventure. Bye.